about it, bro. Unpopular truth gonna be here. Oh man, I gotta get him back up here. Did you have a question, comment, or smoke? You on mute, bro? Then he got
Um,
120 in the kitty. Go ahead.
okay, so sorry about that. It's actually both a comment and basically some smoke.
Go ahead.
Basically consisting of, for one, as you know, as a culture, black people, look, we need to have more marriages. We need more men and women to basically get married. We need a strong, we need a stronger community. We need to have children due to the fact that, look, without this, as a group, we're losing political power, we're losing wealth, we're losing our place in this, in this country. Now, the whole thing with the brigade thing, all the stuff I brought up was basically going step by step, basically walking through it exactly the way you should analyze the situation. Even though I basically brought up, and I basically brought that up, I even stated, look, I do not condone any way, shape, form, or fashion any type of violence in any way, shape, or form towards a woman. Period. And I still got attacked, and that was kind of crazy because number one, I didn't say any of that crazy stuff. I basically just mentioned, hey, look, it didn't make any sense. There's no way in the world you get smacked with a brick and there's no blood. And regardless of that, I still got attacked. But that didn't make any sense
Oh, Mac,
because there was nothing insulting about like what I said.
I ain't gonna hold you. You might have caught a stray. You might have caught a stray.
Yeah. I
For
mean,
that,
yeah,
for that, for that, I will apologize to you. Okay.
Wow.
I will
okay.
be accountable for that. You caught a stray. We were in the crossfire, and you stepped too close.
Yeah. I mean, look, and look, ladies, I want you all to be successful. I want you all to be married, have children, have a wonderful man by like your side, and he be your husband and everything. Because number one, you need to have those things. Because if we don't have this as a community, we're going to lose out. Look, the greatest wealth transformation is happening right now, and our community is completely missing the bus, and that's a crying shame. And this fight, and that whole brigade stuff, that separated everybody so quickly, and nobody took the time to basically sit back and go, this doesn't make any sense. It was so just emotional, running rampant. And it's like, wait a minute, it doesn't make any sense. And then when people were saying, hey, this is not making any sense, it became this big old fight. And Dana, look, I appreciate your apology. I know you had feelings that particular night. I mean, look, it definitely was a ugly situation, and it shouldn't have happened that way. Because look, to me, I personally believe the woman should go to jail behind that. Because if they would have found some brother down the street, the cops, they would have took him to jail, and then the next thing you know, brothers get sent to prison all the time for a completely bogus scenario. I mean, that's a very quick way of damaging a man's life, and it just ran amok last week. It was crazy.
Word, man.
But
No, that was
like
real.
those are my points, though.
Yeah, no, good points. Good points. I think marriage is very, very important. If I'm not mistaken, that's the quickest wealth builder.
Yes, it is.
So and Omac said a word in terms of he want all of y'all to be successful. What does that look like? How do we get there? And I think yesterday, like he said, last week was a great example. He didn't even say nothing, but he was just a casualty of the war that was going on. He brought this to our attention last week about it being bogus. And I don't know if it even caught because all we cared about was a brick to the face. Reese Anderson with the $5 is great and ratchet conservative descendants of from what does that say?
Repatriated.
Repatriated slaves that were brought to Liberia, Creoles, or do they descend from native Liberians?
My dad's 100% native. My mother's half and half.
So your mother is.
My mother's grandmother was American and her father's side is simply Gribble, so they're from like the Gribble tribe, and my dad is like completely native, like all the way. He's from Grand
Okay,
Cheetah, so he's all the way native.
got you. How about you, Gway? Just to answer the question.
Not native.
Not native.
No, we are native.
Okay, both sides of your family.
Yeah.
Word. Yo, Pablo was the fellas went in,
I was,
man.
I was trying to come back myself, but Savage got me before, man. I appreciate it.